shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle is lost and won, that will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath, there to meet with Macbeth. Fair is foul and foul is fair, hover through the fog and filthy air.
What bloody man is that?
This is the sergeant. He, like a good and hardy soldier, fought against my captain. Hail, bravery! Say to the king the knowledge of the battles thou didst lead it.
Doubtfully stood the merciless MacDonald of the Western Isles, of armed troops and soldiers Israel supplied. But all's too weak for brave Macbeth. Well, he deserves that name. Disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, that smoked with bloody execution. Oh, like Valor's minion, carved out his passage till he faced the slave, and ne'er shook hands nor bade farewell with him, till he unseamed him from the nave to the chops, and fixed his head upon our battlements.
Oh, valiant cousin, worthy Macbeth!
But I am faint, my gashes cry for help.
Go! Get him, sergeant! Who comes here?
The worthy Thane of Ross.
God save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy Ross?
From fighting, great king, where the Norwegian banners spout the sky and ran out from the cold. Norway himself, assisted by but most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict. Till, but Macbeth confronted him. Arm against arm, he curbed that lavish spirit, and, to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Great happiness.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive us. Go, announce his present death, and with his former title greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Look what I have. Show us! Show us! Here I have a pilot's thumb, ranked as homeward he did come. The drum, Macbeth doth come.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far is it to Forest?
What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire, that look not like inhabitants o'er the earth, and yet are on it.
Speak, if you can. What are you?
Hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glass!
All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor!
All hail Macbeth, that shall be king thereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that you seem so fair? To me you speak not. If you can, look into the seeds of time and see which grain will grow and which will not. Speak then to me.
Hail!
Hail!
Hail! Lesser than Macbeth and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt beget kings, so thou be. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo. Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay, you imperfect speakers. Tell me more. By my father's death, I know I'm Thane of Glance, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman. And to be king stands not within the prospect of belief. Speak, I charge you!
The earth hath bubbles as the water has, and these are of them. Whither have they vanished?
Into the air. Would they have stayed?
Were such things here that we speak about?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king,
and Thane of Cawdor too. Went it not so?
To the self-same tune and words.
The king hath happily received Macbeth, the news of thy success, and we are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks. And, for an earnest of a great honour, he bade me, from him, to call thee Thane of Cawdor. In which edition, hail, worthy Thane, for it is thine.
What? Can the devils be true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane, lives yet, but under heavy judgment, bears that life which he deserves to lose. Treasons, capital, confessed and proven, hath overthrown him.
Thank you for your pains.
Cousin, a word I pray you.
Lambs and Thane of Cawdor, the greatest is yet to come. Why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs? If chance will have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favour. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Let us toward the king.
Very gladly.
Come, friends.
Is execution done on Cawdor?
My liege, full frankly he confessed his treasons, implored your highness's forgiveness and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like believing it. He died as one to be studied in his death. To throw away the dearest thing he owed, as 'twere a careless trifle.
There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Macbeth, O worthiest cousin, more is thy due than all can pay.
The service and loyalty that I owe, in doing it, pays itself.
Noble Banquo, thou hast no less deserved. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There if I grow, the harvest is your own.
Sons, kinsmen, thanes, know this. We will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, who we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland. From hence to Inverness, we'll stay with our most valiant cousin Macbeth, and bind us further to him.
I'll be myself the messenger, and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly take my leave.
My worthy Cawdor.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step in which I must fall down or else overleap. For in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my dark and deep desires.
They met me on our day of victory, and I have learned that they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air, into which they vanished. Whilst I stood, wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred me to the coming on of time with hail, King that shalt be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness. Lay it to thy heart, and farewell. The king comes here tonight. Glance thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness. Thou art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valour of my tongue all that impedes thee. The raven himself is hoarse, that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, and fill me from the crown to the toe topful of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse. Come, thick night, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold! Great Glums!
Dearest wife,
Worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond the ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
my dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight,
And when goes hence?
tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my Thane, is as a book, where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall leave this night's great business into my dispatch.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our senses. See, see, our honoured hostess.
All our service, at every point twice done and then done double, were poor and single business, contend against the honours, deep and broad, wherewith your majesty loads our hands.
Fair noble lady, we are your guests tonight. Give me your hand, conduct me to my host, the Thane of Cawdor. We do love him highly. By your leave, hostess.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his surceased success, that but this blow might be the be-all and end-all here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we trump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions which, being taught, return to plague the inventor. He's here in double trust. First, as I'm his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed, and then as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues shall plead like angels trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off and pity, like a naked newborn babe striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim, horsed upon the sightless chorus of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, the tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which overleaps itself and falls on the other. How now? What news?
He is almost up. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has?
We will proceed no further in this business. He has honoured me of late, and I have brought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be now worn in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk, wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time, such I account thy love. Art thou afeared to be the same in thine own act of valour as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteem'st the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the adage?
Prithee, peace, I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast was then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that, their fitness now does unmake you. I have given sup, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail.
We fail! But screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him, his two chamberlains I with wine and wassail shall so convince that memory, the warder of the brain, shall be a few, and the receipt of reason a limbeck only. When, in swinish sleep, their drenched natures lies in a death, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only, for thy undaunted metal should compose of nothing but males. Would it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy two in his chamber, and use their very daggers that they have done it?
Who dares receive its other? For we shall make our griefs and clamour roar upon his death.
I am settled, and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away and mock time with fairest show. False face must hide what false heart doth know.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
Hold, take my sword. A heavy summon lies like lead upon me, and yet I cannot sleep. Who's there?
A friend.
What, sir? Not yet at rest? The king's abed.
All's well.
I dreamt last night of the three-word sisters. To you they have showed some truth.
I think not of them. But when we can entreat an hour to serve, we will spend it with some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. The like to you.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision sensible, to feeling as to sight? Or art thou a dagger of the mind, a false creation proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as that which now I draw. Thou marshals me the way that I was going, and with such an instrument as I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade indulgent gouts of blood which were not so before. There is no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now over the one half-world, nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep, and withered murder, awakened by his sentinel, the wolf, thus with stealthy pace towards his design moves like a ghost, and takes the present horror of the time which now suits with it. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, for which way they go, for fear thy very stones do prate of my whereabouts. Whilst I threat he lives, words to the heat of deed too cold breath gives. I go and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace. It was the owl that shrieked. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores.
Who's there?
Alack, I am afraid they have awaked, and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark! I laid their daggers ready. He could not miss them. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it. My husband.
I have done the deed. Did thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended. This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
One did laugh in sleep, and the other cried murder. That they did wake each other, I stood and heard them. But they said their blessings and addressed them again to sleep. One cried, God bless us, and amen the other, as they had seen me with these hangman hands. Listening their fear, I could not say amen when they said God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
Wherefore could I not pronounce amen? I had most need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways. It will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth hath murdered sleep. The innocent sleep, the sleep which knits the ravelled sleeve of care, the death to each day's life.
What do you mean?
And still it cried, sleep no more, to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Go, get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why did you bring these daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them and smear the faces of the grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I am afraid to think what I have done already.
Firm of purpose. Give me the daggers. I'll gild the faces of the grooms with all, for it must seem their good.
Whence is that knocking? What is it with me when every noise appalls me?
My hands are of your colour, yet I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear a knocking. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then?
To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking. I would thou couldst.
Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? In the name of Beelzebub. Knock, 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 knock. Anon. Never acquired anon, anon. I pray you remember the porter.
So late, friend, ere you went to bed that you do lie so late.
Faith, sir, we were carousing till the second cock. Drinks is a great provoker of three things.
What three things?
Marry, sir, nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery. It provokes and it unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but it takes away from the performance.
Is thy master up? Our knocking has awakened him. Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir. Good morrow, Lennox. Good morrow, worthy Macduff.
Is the king stirring, worthy Thane?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely upon him, and I have almost slipped the hour. Take me to him.
Goes the king hence there today? He does. He did appoint so. The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down, and so they say lamentings heard in the air, strange screams of death. Some say the earth was feverish and did shake. 'Twas a rough night. My young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, horror, horror, horror! Tongue nor heart cannot name nor conceive thee.
What's the matter?
Go to the chamber. Do not bid me speak. See and speak yourselves. Awake!
Awake, ring the alarum bell, murder and treason! Malcolm, Donalbain, Banquo, awake! Gentle lady, it's not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Banquo, our royal master's murdered.
What, in our house?
I prithee, contradict thyself and say it is not so.
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed time.
What is amiss? Your royal father's murdered.
Oh,
By whom?
those of his chamber, as it seems, had done it. Their hands and faces were all bashed with blood, so were their daggers, which unwiped we found upon their pillows. Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. And there, the murderers, stooped in the colours of their trade. Who could repent who had a heart to love?
Help me! Help!
Look to the lady.
Look to the lady, and then let us question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand, and thence against the undivulged pretense I fight of treasonous malice.
And so do I.
So all!
Let us meet in the hall together.
Let us not consort with them. To show an unfelt sorrow is an office which the false man does easy. I'll to England.
To Ireland I. Our separated fortune shall keep us both the safer. Where we are, there's daggers in men's smiles.
How goes Walter?
Why? See you not?
It's known who has done this bloody deed.
The whose that Macbeth hath slain.
Lass, the day, what good could they pretend?
They were suborned. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's their two sons, stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Then 'tis most like the sovereignty shall fall upon Macbeth.
He is already named, and gone to Scone to be invested,
Where is Duncan's body?
carried to Colmkill, sacred storehouse of his predecessors.
And will you to Scone?
No, cousin, I'll to Fife.
Well, I will thither.
Well, may you see things well done there then. Adieu.
Farewell.
Thou hast it now, King Cawdor Glamis all, as the weird women promised. And I fear thou playest most foully for it. Yet it was said it should not stand in thy posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. May they not be my oracles as well and set me up in hope. But hush, no more.
Here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gash in our great feast.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
That your highness command upon me.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good advice for this day's council, but we'll take tomorrow. Is it far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill up the time twixt this and sup.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
I hear our bloody cousins are bestowed to England and Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide. Hie you to horse. Adieu, till you return at night. Goes Leonce with you?
Aye, my good lord.
I wish your horses sure and swift of foot. Let every man be the master of his time. Till 7 tonight, God be with you. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and to his royalty of nature reigns which would be feared. 'Tis much he dares, and he hath a wisdom that doth guide his valour to act in safety. He chid the sisters when they first put the name of king upon me, and bade they speak to him. And then, prophet-like, they hailed him father to a line of kings, and placed a fruitless crown upon my head, and put a barren sceptre in my grip. If it be so, for Banquo's issue have I defiled my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan, have I murdered, put rancours in the vessel of my peace. For them, given my eternal soul to the common enemy of man, only for them to be kings. Banquo's seeds to be kings. Rather so come fate to the list and champion me to utterance. Who's there? Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please your highness.
Have you considered of my speeches, to know that it was Banquo in times past who held you so under fortune, to which you thought had been our innocent selves?
You made it known to us.
I did so, and went further. Do you find patience to be so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospelled that you will pray for this good man and his issue?
We are men, my liege.
Aye. In the catalogue ye go for men as hounds, greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, are called all by the name of dogs.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows and buffets of this world have so incited me that I am reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I, another, so weary with disaster, tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it or be ruined.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy. So is he mine. And though I could with barefaced power sweep him from my sight, yet I must not. For certain friends who are both his and mine, who love I may not drop. And thence it is, to your assistance, I make love, masking the business from the common eye. For sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
It must be done tonight, and some way from the palace. Fleance, his son, who keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me, must embrace the fate of the dark hour. Resolve yourselves. I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
We are resolved.
So it is concluded, Banquo. Thy soul's flight. If it find heaven, must it find tonight.
How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone? Of sorriest fancies your companions making. Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself, whilst our poor Malice remains in danger of her former tooth. In the afflictions of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly, Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Nor steel, nor poison, nothing can touch him further.
Come on. Gentle, my lord. Sleek o'er your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I, love, and so I pray be you. Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knows that Banquo and his flayance lives. Ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, there shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. The good things of day begin to droop and drowse, or night's dark agents to their prey to rouse. So prithee, go with me.
Hark! I hear horses.
Give us a light here, Ho. It will be red tonight.
Let it come down!
Oh, treachery! Fly, good flames, fly, fly, fly! Our mace revenge! Oh, snake!
There is but one down. The sun is fled.
Well, let's away and say how much is done.
Friends, at first and last, our hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
There is blood on thy dagger.
'Tis Banquo's there.
Is he dispatched?
My lord is throat is cut. That I do.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. Yet he who's good that did the like for flayance.
Most royal, sir. Flayance has escaped.
And then comes my fit again! Else I had thee perfect, whole as the marble, founded as the rock. But now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound to the woeful doubts and fears. But Banquo is safe.
I, my good lord, safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trenchant gashes on his head.
Now get thee gone!
My royal lord, you do not give the chip.
Sweet remembrancer. Come. Love and health to all. Give me some wine. I drink to the general joy at the whole table. Now, good digestion, weight or appetite, and health on both.
Good digestion, weight on appetite.
Here's to Banquo, whom we miss. If he were here.
He is absent, sir. Lays blame upon this promise. Please, to grace us with your royal presence.
The table is full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord.
Which of you have done this?
What, my lord?
Thou canst not say I did it! Never shake thy gory looks at me!
Gentlemen, His Highness is not well.
Stay, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Keep place, pray you. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. Are you a man?
I am the bold one, who dares look on that which might have pulled the devil.
Proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. Why do you make such faces when all done you look but on a stool?
Prithee, see there. Behold, look, lo! Afford to quit my sight! Let earth hide thee! Thy bones are marrowless. Thy blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with.
What, quite unmanned in folly?
As I stood here, I saw him!
Fight for shame!
Blood hath been shed here now. The time has been that when the brains were out, the man did die, and there an end. But now they rise again, with 20 mortal gashes on their head, and push us from our chairs. Do not muse at me, worthy friends, for I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those who know me.
You have displaced the myrrh, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health send His Majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning, which is which.
What sayst thou that Macduff denies his person at our great bidding?
Did you send to him, sir?
I hear it, by the way, but I will send. There is no lord here, but in his house I keep a servant feed. Tomorrow I will to the weird sisters, for they shall tell me more. But for now I am bent to know, for the worst means the worst. For mine own good all causes shall give way. I am in blood stepped in so far, that if I were to wait no more, returning were as tedious as to go on.
You lack the season of all natures, sleep.
Come, will to sleep? My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are yet but young indeed.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw, toad that under cold stone days and night has 31, sweltered venom sleeping got, boil thou first in the charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burning cauldron bubble.
Fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burning cauldron bubble. Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's carcass, moor and gulf of a ravaged salt sea shark, root of hemlock
digged in the dark.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way come.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is it you do?
The deep without a name.
I conjure you, by that which you profess, however you come to know it, answer me to what I ask you.
We know thy thoughts.
Hear our speech.
But say thou not.
Macbeth, Macbeth, beware Macduff, beware the Thane of Fife. Macbeth, be bloody bold and resolute, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live Macduff. What need I fear of thee?
Macbeth shall never vanquished be until great Birnam wood to high Dunsinane hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree unfix him from his earthbound roots? Yet my heart does throb to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, will Banquo's issue ever reign this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied! Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on all of you!
Show! Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art too much like the spirit of Banquo. Thy crown does sear mine eyeballs. Filthy hags! Why did you show me this? I'll see no more. For the blood-spattered Banquo does smile upon me. Where are they? Gone! Let this pernicious hour stand thy curse in the calendar. Come in, without there.
What is your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of a horse. Who was it came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word. Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England!
Aye, my good lord.
Time, thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon Fife to give the edge of the sword to his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace his line. No boasting like a fool. I'll do this deed before this purpose cool.
What have they done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience. You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom? To leave us all, to leave his babes, his mansion and his garden within a place from whence himself does fly.
My dearest cousin, I pray you school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fit of the season. I take my leave of you. Things at worst will cease, or else climb up to what they were before. Oh, my precious.
Listen to the point.
Fathered he is, and yet he is fatherless.
Cyril, your father is dead. What will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, Mother.
What, with worms and flies?
With what I get, I mean, and so do they. My father is not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy him to sell again.
Oh, poor prattler, how thou talkest.
If he were dead, you'd weep for him. If you had not, it were a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Madam, I am not too known that when your state of honour I am perfect. I fear some dangers of approaching nearly. If you would take homely man's advice, be not found here. Hence, with your little ones. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer.
With this skyfly, I have done no harm.
Where is MACBETH?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayest find him.
He's a traitor.
Thou liest, thou shaghead villain!
What?
You egg.
No! Young fry of treachery.
He has killed me, Mother.
Let us find some desolate shade. There we weep our sad hearts empty. Each new mourn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face. This tyrant, whose sole name lifts our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. My hopes have run dry. Bleed, bleed, poor country. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think with all hands would be uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. I think what I am truly is thine and my country's to command. Whither indeed, before thy here approach, old Seward with 10,000 warlike men already at a point was setting forth. Now will together. Why are you silent?
I am not treacherous.
But MACBETH is. Well, more anon.
Look who comes here. My ever gentle cousin. Welcome hither.
May God remove the means that makes us strangers.
Sir, amen. Stands Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country. Almost afraid to know itself. Could not be called our mother, but our grave.
What's the newest grief?
Each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why? Well,
And my children too.
well,
The tyrant hath not battered at their peace.
no. They were quite at peace when I did leave them.
Be not a miser of your speech. How goest?
Now is the time for help. Your eye in Scotland will create soldiers. Make our women fight the men that die distress.
Be it their comfort. We are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good Seward with 10,000 men.
Would I could answer this comfort with the like. But I have words that would be howled us from a desert air where hearing should not latch them. Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall burden them with the heaviest sound ever yet they heard. Your castle is surprised. Your wife, your babes, savagely slaughtered. Whereon the quarry of these murdered deer, to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven.
My children too. Wife, children, servants, all that could be found. And I must be from thence. My wife killed too. I have said.
Be comforted. Let us make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He hath no children, all my pretty ones. Did you say all? No help at all? At one fell swoop.
Dispute it like a man.
I shall do so. First I must feel it like a man. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful Macbeth, they were not struck for their own demerits, but for mine. Lay slaughter on their souls.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Convert the grief to anger, blunt not the heart enrage it.
Put this fiend of Scotland and myself within my sword's length set him. If he escape, may heaven forgive him too.
Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready. Macbeth is ripe for shaking. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long and never finds the day.
Watch with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it last she walked?
I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and then return again to bed. Yet all this while in the most fast sleep.
A great perturbation of nature, to receive at once the benefit of sleep, and do the effects of watching. In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
You may to me, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo you, here she comes. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
I stood by her. She has light by her continuously, 'tis her command.
Look, her eyes are open.
Aye, but their senses shut.
What is it she does now? Well, look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus washing her hands. I have seen her continue in this for a quarter of an hour.
Yet here's a spot.
Hark! She speaks.
Out. Damn spot. Out, I say! Why then? 'Tis time to do it. Fie, my lord, fie! A soldier in a fit! What need we fear, who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet, who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? Will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord. No more of that.
Go to, you have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not, I'm sure of it.
Is the smell of the blood still? All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh, oh, oh!
What a sigh is there? The heart is surely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my breast for the dignity of the whole body.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look you not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out of his grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come. 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 Come, give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Well, well, well. This disease is beyond my practice. Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their death pillows will discharge their secrets. More needs she the divine than the physician. God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance. So, good night. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English powers are near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward and the good Macbeth. Revenge is burning them. Near Burnham Wood we shall meet them well. That way they are coming.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad, others that less hate him do call it valiant fury. But, for certain, he cannot buckle his distemper.
Now does he feel his secret murder sticking on his hands?
Well, march we on. Give obedience where 'tis truly owed, and meet we the medicine of this sickly wheel. With him pour in our country's purge each drop of us. Make our march towards Burnham!
Bring me no more reports, let them fly all. Till Burnham Wood is removed to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy, Malcolm? Was he not of woman born? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced thus. Fear not, Macbeth, for no man born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. The devil damn thee, thou cream-faced loon. What godst thou that look?
Sir, there is 10,000.
Geese, villain.
Soldiers, sir.
What soldiers weigh face?
The English force. So, please you.
Get thee hence! I am sick at heart. I've lived long enough. My way of life has fallen into the sere, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age as honour, love, obedience, troops of friends, I should not look to have, but in their stead curses, not loud but deep, mouth honour, breath, which the poor heart would fain not deny and dare not. I will fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. I will not be afraid of death and bane till Burnham Wood do come to Dunsinane.
Cousins, I hope the days are near at hand. Scotland will be safe.
We doubt it nothing. What wood is this before us? The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before them. Thereby shall we shadow the numbers of our hosts and make discovery ere in report of us.
It shall be done.
Hang out our banners on the outward wall. The cry is still they come. Our castle's strength will laugh to siege us scorn. Here let them lie till famine and the fever eat them up. Had they not been joined with those who should be ours, we might have met them dareful, beard to beard, and driven them backwards home. What is that noise? I've almost forgot the taste of fears. The time hath been when my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek. I have supped full with horrors.
The Queen, my lord.
is dead. She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools their way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Gracious my lord, I do a what which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say, sir.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked towards Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
Let me enjoy you off if it not be so. But within the 3 mile may you see yourself, I say, a moving grove.
If thy speech be false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive till famine cling thee. If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I pen in resolution, and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Arm, and out. Fear not till Burnham wood do come to Dunsinane, and now a wood comes towards Dunsinane. If that which he avouches does appear, there'll be nor flying hence, nor tarrying here. Ring the alarm bell! Blow wind, come rack! At least we'll die with harness on our back.
Now near enough. Your leafy screens throw down. And show like those you are. Worthy uncle, you with my cousin, your right noble son, shall lead our first battle. Worthy Macduff and we shall take upon what else remains to be done.
Fare you well. Do we but find the tyrant's power tonight, let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
Make our trumpets speak. Give them breath. Those clamorous harbingers of blood and death!
They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly, but bear like I must fight the course. What's he that is not of woman born? Such a one as my to fear or none.
What is thy name?
Thou'lt be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest of her, tyrant!
Thou was born of woman. Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by man that was of woman born.
Tyrant, show thy face. If thou be slain with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. Fortune, let me find him, and more I beg not. surrendered. The tyrant's people on both sides do fight. The day itself almost professes yours, and there's little to do.
We have met with foes that strike beside us.
Enter, sir, the castle. Turn! Hellhound, turn!
Of all men else, I have avoided thee. But get thee back, for my soul is too much charged with the blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. Thou bloodier villain than words can give thee out.
Thou losest labour, as easy mayst the entrenchant dare with thy keen sword impress as make me bleed. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
Spare thy charms, and let the angel thou hast served tell thee Macduff was from his mother's womb and timing ripped.
Accursed be the tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man. I will not fight thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and be the show and gaze of the time. We'll have thee as our rarer monsters are, painted to a pole, and under it, here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet and be baited with the rabble's curse. Though Bernard would do come to Dunsinane, and now oppose to be of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Lay on Macduff, and damn be him that first cries, hold, enough!
Hail, King! For so thou art. Here may you see the usurper's cursed form. The time is free. Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland!
My thanes and kinsmen, henceforth be ours, the first that ever Scotland in such an honour named. There's more to do, which will be planted newly with the time, as calling home our exiled friends abroad, who fled the snares of watchful tyranny, produced forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who, as 'tis thought, by stealth and violent hands took off her life. This, and what needful else remains to be done, shall be, by the grace of God, performed with measure, time, and place. So thanks to all at once and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone.